Hi everyone, it's Terry here from nutsaboutsstamping.com. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to create a birthday card idea with the help of my Peaceful Poppies suite. Now I've already shown you the designer series paper and the bundle and the sequins and the crinkled seam binding ribbon. So today what I'm going to do is feature the Peaceful Poppies Elements. So let's start off by looking at those. You get some sheets of elements that are perfect for watercoloring. So it's on watercolor paper already and it's perforated. So all you have to do is watercolor and punch them out. You get 2 sheets of vellum, which are lovely as well. Hopefully you can see them in the video. So you could turn them over and you could use your markers or your blends on the back of them and then use those. You get a sheet of these elements here. So you have the border, the banner, and the circles. And then you have 2 sheets of these images that are ready to punch out and use. So that's what I'm going to use on my birthday card, which is going to be Whisper White. I've cut it 8.5 by 5.5 and scored it on the 4 1/4 mark. And then to that, I'm going to add a layer of Poppy Parade because Poppy Parade is one of the colors in the designer series paper. So I have this sort of splatter stamp that I've already mounted onto a clear block, and I'm going to use my Versamark ink. I'm going to ink up the splatter and I'm going to stamp it towards the top right, top left, and bottom right. It's very hard to see in the video, but it does add an interesting visual element to the layer. I'll have a close-up photo over on my blog after the video is over, so you can head on over there if you want to see what the final card is going to look like. All right, I'm going to set this aside to dry for a couple of seconds. And now I want to do some stamping. I have the happy birthday phrase that comes from the Sending You Thoughts stamp set. I love this stamp set. It's got some nice sentiments for the outside of the card and for the inside of the card. And I'm going to use my Tuxedo Black ink, and I'm going to ink up the phrase and stamp it in the center of this layer. Okay, I'll clean that in a minute. And now I want to do some die cutting. So from the bundle, the Painted Poppies bundle, you have these kinds of dies in the pack. So what I'm going to do is bring in my die cutting machine, and I'm going to lay this die around the happy birthday. And then for this die, I'm actually going to die cut twice. The first thing I'm going to do is take a piece of old olive and I'm going to die cut out that frame. So this is my first pass through. And then I'm going to have to do a second time with this frame. And this time I'm going to take a piece of the Painted Poppies designer series paper and I'm going to die cut that out. Shouldn't have touched it, hang on. Okay, and then I'll run this through the Big Shot. And this will become a layer on the front of my card. All right, so I've got the happy birthday, and then I've got the 2 elements. Might have to use my take your pick tool to help me poke these all out. That's what these little holes are in the dies. is to help you poke everything out. There we go. Perfect. Okay, so I've got the happy birthday, I've got that, and I've got this. So now let's put the card together. I'm going to start off by adding these two frames to the front of my card using my snail adhesive. I'm going to adhere them to the Poppy Parade layer. I'm going to put this one up a little bit higher because I want it to be seen. Okay, and then I'll use this one next. This is the Designer Series paper frame. And I'm going to add that down a little bit lower, like so. And then I'm going to put the happy birthday in the center, like so. And then I'm going to bring in these elements, and I'm going to use one of the elements. I'm going to use this one here, and I'm going to attach it with snail adhesive, like so. And then I'm going to add the Poppy Parade layer to the front of my card, like so. And then a couple of final touches. I have taken some of the crinkle ribbon. This is Whisper White, and it's also part of the suite of products. And I want to add the ribbon to the front of my card. In my head, I wanted to do it down near the bottom, but I think actually what I'm going to do is make it a little bit smaller. And I'm going to trim it a bit. And then I'm going to attach it with a mini glue dot. Haha, like so. So I've got my mini glue dots, and I'm going to press the knot of my ribbon onto one of the mini glue dots. I'll pull it off. Maybe. Let's try again. Pull it off, and then I will adhere it down to the top of my card. Now, one other touch, and it'll be ready to complete. I've got some of the Peaceful Poppies sequins. And I think what I'll do is after the video is over, you've seen me do this before, I'm going to add a couple of the sequins to the front of my card. They take a few minutes to dry because I need to use my fine tip glue pen to add them. So once I've done that, then I'll take a photo, a final photo of the card, and I'll post it over on my blog, which is www.nutsaboutstamping.com. And while you're over on my blog, not only will I have a complete list of supplies and measurements for all of the pieces for the card, you can also sign up for my free newsletters. I send a newsletter each week. You won't see that project idea anywhere else. And there's also a link to my online store in case you want to add the Peaceful Poppies suite to your stamping collection. I'm Terry. I am Nuts About Stamping. I hope you'll create something fun today too. Bye for now.